Wall Street in the 80s was a time of wretched excess, a high-flying, risk-taking period of insider trading and hostile takeovers, financed often by junk bonds, high-yield, high-risk security bonds typically issued by a company seeking to raise capital quickly in order to finance a takeover. They were called junk bonds, though, because oftentimes they're more likely to default and end up worthless. Now, Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Ayad Akhtar brings a riveting story of how one hotshot financier will stop at nothing to pursue his latest takeover in a financial market drama, the new play called Junk at Lincoln Center Theater. Veteran Broadway and television actor Stephen Pasquale plays a ruthless trader, Robert Merkin, who experiences the rewards and the human cost of making money through a mix of complex financial maneuvering and backroom dealing. And we're delighted to have Stephen Pasquale joining us now. Stephen, always good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. That's a very good description of the play.
Is it?
Yes.
And I kind of lived through that time. I was actually involved as a defense attorney in one of the big Wall Street insider trading cases. Yeah. So for me to go see it, you could see unspooling what you'd lived through.
Sure.
Now, you're not quite old enough to have...
I was very young in the 80s.
Yes.
I was like 5 or 6 or 7
exactly.
when all this was going down.
So what was it then that drew you to the play?
Well, Ayad Akhtar, who was our most recent Pulitzer Prize winner with his play Disgrace, this is his new sort of large piece of writing, and I think he's one of the great minds we have working in the theater, and so I wanted to participate in any room that he's in, and he's, really holding a mirror up to raw, unfettered, voracious American capitalism in this play, and not indicting it, just simply showing us what it is, and hopefully leaving you to say, boy, I think I might have some questions about how we do things economically in this country.
It's interesting you say it that way, because I didn't get the sense we were being preached to.
Mm-mm.
Is that hard for you as an actor to be able to portray? Because your guy is a hard-charging, hard-charging guy. He has so many different dimensions to him, though.
Sure.
As a family guy, and you see that playing out. But at core, he's not doing good things. Let's put it that way.
Well, I mean, he in his mind, his system of beliefs is more valid than yours. Yeah. But there are no heroes in the play, as there were no heroes, with the exception of maybe low-level law enforcement guys who were really trying to stop some of these criminal activity from happening in the 80s. What's brilliant about the play is feeling the audience's ambivalence about Robert Merkin and about everyone in the play, because the minute you start to judge him for breaking the rules so robustly, and even breaking the law, then you start to get into how, his father was a Jew, and there was tribalism in finance in the 80s, and these guys were treated poorly in the 60s and the 70s. And so you want to root for him, and you want him to succeed despite his breaking of the law. I mean, it's the audience's ambivalence about all the main characters in the play is really why the play is such an astonishing piece of writing, I believe.
I loved watching and listening to the people around me.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And you'd get gasps sometimes.
Sure.
Also, there's some great moments of humor.
Yes,
some very funny times, which and almost catch you by surprise.
Well, the title is deceiving, right? I mean, like, if you think, I'm going to go see a play called Junk, and it's about high-yield junk bonds, what could I possibly be in for? But that's yet another reason that Ayad is a genius. He's really managed to make it a really entertaining and thrilling evening that unfolds like a Shakespeare war play, where two companies are really just sort of going at it, and it comes at you a mile a minute. It's as entertaining as it is anything else.
It really is. It is entertaining.
Yeah.
Speaking of entertaining, you've had a marvelous career.
Thank you so much.
And what I think strikes people about you and your fans is that there's some people who are theater people and perhaps dabble in television. Some people who are television people dabble in theater. Mm-hmm. You've had a great career investing in both. Mm-hmm. And I would suspect that some of your television fans, if they saw you in Bridges of Madison County, right? First time, and I've seen most of the stuff you do. Your parents are friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
But I hadn't seen you sing before. Uh-huh. And in that audience, and you and Kelly O'Hara had one of these great numbers, and everybody stood up in the audience. And I said to your mom next to me, I didn't know Stephen could sing that well. I suspect you have television fans saying, wow,
well,
you can
it's two
sing?
separate crowds, really.
Yeah.
It's not often that the twain shall meet. I mean, there's like the folks that know me from television, and they're awesome.
Right.
And they oftentimes have no idea that there's this other sort of musical part of my life, and vice versa. But that's what's fun about it, trying to keep people on their toes, remind them That you don't just do one thing or two things or three things. That good actors can do many things.
How do you then choose? Because you have the ability. In the business, people know you. He can be a Broadway star, music, song. He can be a television drama. How do you decide then, here's what I want to do next?
I respond solely to the writing. And so, if it's at Akhtar or Jason Robert Brown, who wrote Bridges of Madison County, or Tony Kushner, I've worked with Tony Kushner, or Adam Gettle. I mean, these are our great writers. So when they write something, I want to be a part of it. I want to collaborate. I want to be near them. And the same is on the TV side, and even the film side. But that's a bigger ocean of people. Right. So it's slightly harder to get around the great writers in the world in that environment. And also, I think the greatest storytellers on earth are theater storytellers. Really, that's my sort of soulful truth.
Junk, it was just a fabulous play.
Thank you.
You were wonderful.
Thank you.
I've got to say that when you come out the second act and do a speech,
oh sure,
it's one of the more breathtaking moments I've seen in the theater. It was just, and I'd say that even if I wasn't friends with your mother.
My mother put you up to that.
And Steve, thanks.
Thanks.
Be well. Good seeing you.
Good to see you, Jack.
Good. And a reminder for you, Junk will be playing at Lincoln Center's Vivian Beaumont Theater till January 7th. For more information, you can log on to metrofocus.org.